What's going on, guys? Just hanging out in the garage, chilling. Alright. Junior's in the garage trying to kill himself out here.
Yeah, I like to trip on shit.
Yeah, he ate it pretty good the other day. He's out in the driveway working on the old big nasty truck out there.
That's Jones.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the camera out there and take a shot of it.
Do some before and after.
Probably break my camera. Alright, get out of here.
Like an ugly person looking in a mirror.
Exactly. Break my new camera. Oh, anyway. Just wanted to talk about doing side work. It's a easy way to make a little bit of money. You always want to do. You don't want to do difficult work. You don't want to do engines and transmissions at home because you will lose your hat unless you've got the time and the customer's not in a hurry. I usually like to do brake work and maintenance work. Belts, hoses, alternators, starters. That kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit of front end work. A lot of times you get into issues with doing front end work because you get the alignment goofed up and then they're mad at you because the tires get chewed up on it and stuff. But number one is be safe when you're at home working. When you got it up on the jack, make sure you got stands under it. Make sure you got your safety glasses on. Make sure you got gloves on. The last thing you want to do is get hurt, because then you're screwed. You can't fix the car, and you got it half took apart, and the customer wants their car back. So yeah, that's not a good thing. Not a good way to make money. You price your labor accordingly. Don't do it too cheap. Don't do a brake job for $20 plus whatever the parts cost. That's no way to make any kind of money. Shop labor rates are up over $100 an hour now. You can charge 50 or 60 bucks an hour and make a good little side hustle there doing quickie stuff. And your parts, mark your parts up a little bit. Because you're going to have to do the research. You're going to have to look them up. Then you're going to have to go pick them up. You got to pay, you got your money out of your pocket, And the best way to do stuff, in my opinion, is, make sure you got a little bit of money put aside for buying parts. That way, the customer don't have to give you money up front, because that makes them kind of uneasy. Yeah, I understand that, they might come and get the car and not pay you for it, but let's hope that doesn't happen. I've never had it happen. I've had people have to make me payments on it because they ended up needing more work than they thought it needed, which that's kind of difficult too. And I had a couple people take advantage of me. I just had to quit doing that. So when you do your estimate, make sure your estimate is exactly correct. You don't want to run into something and say, well, it's going to be, $100 more or something. They're going to say, well, I don't have it, So yeah, just take your time diagnosing it. Make sure you've checked everything, every possibility, every avenue. That way, when you call them and you tell them what it needs and how much it's going to be, that's what it needs and that's how much it's going to cost. And then you can tell them when it's going to be done. And, that's the way you want to do it. You can't really make money at home doing oil changes because you can't, you don't buy the parts in bulk. You're not buying drums of oil and cases of filters and that sort of thing. Now I don't like doing just oil changes because you're going to tell them $40 for an oil change because that's the only way you can make a little bit of money on it. And they're going to say, well, heck, I'll just take it to a big box store and get it done for $20 or whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty much what you're going to do. And try and factor in a little bit of money, maybe 5-10% plus whatever the ticket was for shop supplies like, brake clean, brake fluid, all your lubes, your sealers, sandpaper, tape, whatever you're doing. You got to cover all the avenues on that deal too. That way you don't get, your profit gets ate up buying stuff to clean up and, lube up and all that jazz. So, but, yeah, pretty much that's it. Just, like I said, be safe, be accurate on your diagnosis and your estimate. If you end up having a customer come back because you had a part defective, make sure you can cover it. Don't try and charge them again for doing it. You know, that's not fair, and you're going to lose a customer that way. You need to make sure you're up front and honest, and you're going to back up your work. So that way everybody will be happy. You hear him out there working. But yeah, that's the best way I can tell you to do it. And I've made good money at home over the years, and not really doing any hard work. I'm kind of just a nitpicky person when it comes to doing side work. So get out there and fix something, make you a little bit of money. We'll see you next time. Okay, kids, this is my son's beater truck. My camera didn't record any sound, so I'm gonna dub this in. Hopefully it works out. But it's an old 75 C10. As you can see, it doesn't have a bed. It's really, the paint job's great. It's got this hot rod radiator in it, zip ties. Got some rigged up electric fans on it. It's got an old Holley carburetor on it. He's working on it. I think it's an old 600. He's been trying to work on the choke, but here at some point we're gonna fire it up. It fired right up, so he's got something right on it. I mean, the old truck runs pretty good. It's just clapped out, but I mean, you can buy everything for these on J.C. Whitney and rebuild the whole truck. That and LMC. I mean, I think he found a transmission and a bed for it already. My brother's friend has a yard up in Columbus, so as you can see there, it's running. So yeah, it fired right up. He pumped the gas 3 times and hit the key, and she was ready to rip. So yep, the old, he calls it MF Jones. That's Mr. Jones. So there you go. I'm going in because it is cold. It is super duper cold out today. Trying to get there's the rocker panel, or what it used to be, the old side saddle gas tank. So yeah, I am heading in because it is cold. Macaroni. It is cold out there. Good grief. Super duper cold. So that was a snapshot of the new project truck.